Ooh, lads, it's monthly update time, and I'm glad to even be here to give you a monthly update considering this month I almost died. A winter. Screwed it up already, Abe. A summer of severe illness and death almost got me. Summer sniffles, boys. There's nothing more dangerous than summer sniffles. And somehow I lived. It's a weird thing. I don't know. Didn't need experimental injections up my butthole. Didn't need any mRNA, poison, allegedly, to get through summer sniffles. Just sleep and water. Wow, that's a weird thing. Hey, weird thing. Anyhow, now that I'm still alive, let's go through some of these questions. Afro Sheen, what's going on, brother? I think the Wolverine chops were a good look. When will you make 70s facial hair great again? I don't know. Whenever I get real lazy and the hair gets out like this, I always cut it in a really stupid fashion just to piss the wife off. And the pork chop express chops were the best one. The look of disgust on her face was hilarious. And so I was like, well, I got to show that off to the show because it's hilarious. And then you guys dumped in like $1 billion, right? And I was like, oh shit. So I'm shaving this off though, guys. What are you doing? And so now I can never do it again because if I did it again, it would feel like I'm bilking the audience, and I don't want to bilk the audience. Like every month I do a stupid fucking facial hair for super chats. That'll be my version of OnlyFans. But no, so it was funny to do, but if we did it again, I feel like you guys would, again, super chat a shit ton of money, and then it would just feel like I'm exploiting people, and that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. So, I mean, if people promise to not super chat, then I would do it monthly. It's fucking stupid. I'd do big old monster chops off the side, see how that works. But no, I don't know. I thought it looked hilarious, and I wanted to get a cowboy hat, but the salt coin, again, much like with the mullet. The mullet was funny because we rode that out for months. She was like, oh, I'm going to kill you. Lost Elvis going on salty. I feel like the Communist Democrat Party was forced to endorse Kamala because they believe Biden will resign or die before the elections. I think so, too. I think there would have possibly been a chance that they could have continued to just press the gaslight forward and then just hide Biden, even after the debate. But I think factions within the globalist party got scared and nervous, and I think something happened in Las Vegas. Look at Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk did a lot of tweets about the Las Vegas situation where he was rushed out of that place. They said sniffles, but you're not going to die from sniffles, especially if you're the president. You've got medical people they're in your back pocket. They're following you. They're on the airplane with you. And so I think that I think he probably stroked out maybe. I think possibly, I don't know. Maybe he died and was resuscitated. There's something there. And I think that really was like, okay, we can't mess around. We need somebody right now. And they switched him up with Kamala Harris. They had to. There was no other choice. If they didn't do Kamala Harris, I think even the numbnuts, lefties, far lefties, would have been like, hold on, we're not doing the black chick? Resign or die, because Biden will resign or die before the elections. The donor money being held up was hurting them. Yeah, even his campaign co-chair, Biden's campaign co-chair, came out the other day and said that. He goes, listen, they pulled the money from us. That was it. Well, they pulled the money from you, and Obama threatened you with the 25th Amendment. That came out the other day. Do you think that they'll try for a third candidate or stick it out with cackles? I think that, listen, they've got a few months before this election cycle. And I don't even know how it would be possible to if you remove Kamala Harris in October, unless they've already got and listen, maybe they do. Look at these people that we're talking about. The ballots printed for another person. I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Nothing's going to shock me this election cycle, guys. I saw a gigantic. There is an enthusiasm. They thought they were going to lose with Biden, and when they switched out with Harris, there was an enthusiasm bump. They were doomed out on their side with Biden. So swapping Kamala gave them an organic, probably small, but an organic boost that was then used to, they try to amplify it with astroturfing and gaslighting and propaganda to make it seem like it was even bigger. And if it looks like she's going to lose again, or Kamala's going to lose in September, I wouldn't be surprised if they swapped her out. No, hell no, no. Because they got a bump when they did it the first time. That tells me they'll possibly do it another time. This election is like, we haven't seen shit yet. Even though we've seen an assassination and a dude resign from the election campaign and step down, and Kamala brought up the most unlikable VP of all history, brought up in 24-hour speed to make these lefties think that she's the best thing ever. We haven't seen anything yet. Yeah. Rasputin. Do you think Joe will step down as POTUS, or will the 25th Amendment him? Keep up the great work, man. Thanks, Rasputin. I think that they are just going to... Joe's already at Camp David again, so he had 7 or 8 days off with COVID, did a 10-minute address that was taped that they pushed off as live, and now he's already back at Camp David. So keep Joe under wraps is underway. So if they did 25th Amendment him, I don't think they want to 25th Amendment him. It looks like the party's infighting, and they need the party as... If there are talking points in articles saying the party isn't unified, that there's dysfunction, it hurts them. That's why they stopped talking about switching Joe Biden out publicly. So I think 25th Amendment's probably off the table, but removing him, no. I think if he strokes out again, I think it would be insane. And I don't know why they haven't done it yet. Kamala Harris, if I was the evil people on the other side, I'd make her the president. I'd say, Joe, you need to step down because of medical reasons. And then if he steps down, you make her the incumbent, and now she's already the first woman president. I think that motivates dumb lefty chicks even more because, like, keep her out. Like, you got your first woman president for 2 months. Now go vote to keep her in there. And I think that makes most sense. And I think that's still kind of on the back burner. The problem is, if he steps down because of a medical reason, then you have to ask, how did all these people not notice that he had a medical... All of the conservative people noticed that he had a medical problem for years. But you idiots didn't. The VP, who's now the president, didn't know that he had a medical problem? So they've painted themselves into a real stupid corner. But we'll see. But yeah, I expect him to probably... That might be the October surprise. He's got to step down. He's got to step down. Mr. Nobody. Oh, it's probably Mr. Nobody. I got you. I see what you... MRK Nobody. What's your take with JD Vance and his connection to the Palantir's Peter Thiel and otherwise unknown rise in politics? Personally, I don't really like it. It reminds me of Bush was to Reagan. Oh, interesting. Yeah, JD Vance is kind of my blind spot. I don't know anything about JD Vance. I know that a lot of lefty ugly chicks hate JD Vance, so that makes me like JD Vance. He also went to Yale, and I don't trust people from Yale. I don't know. And I know he's got a book that was, I think they turned that into a movie, so that kind of resonates. You know, there's some, I don't know, normies out there who know who he is because of a book and a movie. So I don't know. Listen, I don't trust anybody. I think Donald Trump should have made his son VP. Make Barron VP or Don Jr. But I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. I didn't like Mike Pence either. I didn't trust Mike Pence. That turned out to, be a wise distrust. But I don't know anything about JD Vance. I know the left is putting out all types of memes like he fucked a couch or he looked up whale porn or some shit like this. And I'm like, that's what you're doing. Okay. All right. So he must really upset lefties. And that's good for me for now. But no. Listen, I'm just in for Trump. I'm just in for Trump. He doesn't need a VP. Why does he need a VP? All right, guys. That's all we got for this month. I will see you next month. Until then, take care, stay safe, stay salty, and stay strapped up. Take care. Bye.